fidgeting with my legs so much too.
Hi, I'm Kelsey Saunders.
I'm Sarah James.
And I'm Jessica Kruger. Today we're here to talk to you about information security and ethics for Business2700 at Western Michigan University.
There's been a slight change in the trend in business security in the United States. The CSI survey asked companies about what sorts of incidents are happening within their enterprise organizations. Financial losses are what drive the 2008 CSI survey. In 2008, the average loss per respondent was $288,618, which has dropped down from 2007 when the average loss per respondent was $345,005. Obviously, this means that companies are getting more on their game and making sure that their financial losses are not as prominent. This chart just shows the trend in financial losses. 2001 was the peak year with the most financial losses, and then it declined into 2008 where it got even lower. The CSI survey also asked respondents to estimate the percentage of attacks coming from inside of their organization versus outside of their organization. Many companies obviously think that they do not have any attacks coming from inside of their organization, and most of them would be wrong, because 60 to 80% of attacks actually come from inside of their organization rather than outside of their organization. So companies really need to focus more on looking inside rather than looking outside.
Security breaches in Europe are just about the same as security breaches in the US. However, two recent security breaches that have happened in Europe is the bombing in Moscow's airport. This bombing left 35 people dead and also injured 150. It was said that a lady showed up to the arrival area of the airport with a luggage full of explosives and had set it off. After doing further research, it was said that the president believes that this is definitely a security breach because it does take a lot of effort for someone to come into an airport with such a vast amount of a bomb. And this, they did further research into the company itself and asked employees whether they thought that it was due to insiders or outsiders. After asking each individual employee, they really believed firmly that it wasn't due to insiders and that this was only an act from an outsider. The second most recent security breach was the European Union carbon market closed. The reason why the European Union closed the carbon market is because they have a system where they allow certificates for certain carbon emissions to be let out. They have them through different companies, and it's said that this market alone is worth 90 billion euros, which equals $124 billion in America. This scheme alone cost the company 7 million euros worth of trading certificates that were stolen. And it wasn't just stolen out of any account, it was stolen out of the Czech Republic account. When this had happened, that's when the European Union decided to close down the market so that no further certificates could be stolen and no further trading could be done.
The display behind me is showing the two different kinds of security breaches. You have insiders and outsiders. Insiders of confidential information is basically people inside the company sharing the information with other people outside that they shouldn't be. And failure to encrypt information is information on the World Wide Web that has not been coded so that other people can read it. If encrypted information is not coded, that means anybody who's on the World Wide Web that happens to find that can use it and basically get the information from it. Outsiders hack into the company's security offices and they pull the consumer's information and they pull information from those companies by hacking into their security software. To stop security breaches, companies basically need to do three things: reduction, readiness, and response. Reduction means that their security personnel needs to always be looking into their system and finding loopholes and missing patches so they can fix them before somebody who wants to breach the system can get in. And readiness basically means that there are people constantly on the watch and on the lookout for anything that could let somebody in so they can be ready to close it down before they get in. And the most important and most vital part of this is being responsive. If there is a security breach, there needs to be notifications to the system, and the security personnel needs to be ready to shut down, attack anybody who is getting into the system before they lose a significant amount of financial profit and lose customer security. And that was our project on security breaches. Thank you very much.
Hope you enjoyed.
Bye.